I hope like good afternoon, good morning, and good evening. So I hope like you are able to hear my voice clearly. Can you confirm that? Okay. Or if you could like post some messages over the chat, uh, that would be like really helpful for me to confirm that you are able to hear my voice clearly. Okay. Thank you. So just a minute, team. I will just like share the agenda and also like we are just like going to like start the session. Hey team, so thanks a lot for joining this like wonderful session first of all, and I'm just like starting my session for the day. Let me like share my screen and also please confirm once you are able to see my screen. Are you able to like see my screen, team? Could you please confirm that? I mean, regarding the screen. Okay, superb. That's good. Thank you. Thank you, team. Fantastic. Superb. So I will be like watching your what is it like? I will be like watching the chat alongside. But I will start the session for the day. Okay. So yes, so welcome to this particular session once again. And this particular session is all going to, I mean, we are actually like going to like have only in terms of the Trivy. So what is this particular Trivy and what is the purpose of this tool? So everything like we are going to like see today. So like for all the things like we are going to like see today, and also like I'm just like starting the session for this particular. Okay, that's good. Super. So first of all, we have to like, I mean, the entire session is actually going to be based out of Trivy. And also we are going to discuss about what is this FOSS and what is the supply chain security and why it is actually matters, and also the live demo in terms of like scanning the Trivy, and also what are the other things that the Trivy can explore, and also the real world use cases where I have like worked on this particular Trivy to what is the in the real time projects, and also where this particular Trivy is now in terms of this open source ecosystem. And finally, we will end up with the Q&A. We will just like end this particular session with the Q&A finally. So this is what we are actually like have at this particular time. Okay. So team, if you are having any questions or queries, yeah, so please feel free to like put that question or queries in the chat, so that like it will be like easy to answer your questions then and there itself, or not an issue. Even like if I'm not able to like answer your questions, we can have the Q&A at the end. In that particular Q&A, we will just like have that, or we will just like take that particular question. So definitely I will be like answering your questions for sure. Hit. I'm moving to the next one. So the agenda is as follows. So we are going to like have a discussion about supply chain security, and also we are going to like discuss about Trivy. At the same thing. So I don't want to like repeat that particular agenda once again. And team, once again, so please don't think that I have like brought some set of PPTs to give the boring lectures kind of thing. No, so that is not the thing. So I'm going to like use running notes, and I will be like entering all the steps and all the commands, all the topics in this particular notes, and I will be like sharing this particular running notes if possible over the chat to everyone, so that you will actually get the better clarity, and you can just like use this for your references in the future time. Okay, so let's start with this. Maybe first of all, I want to like go with this thing. Okay, so I want to like go with this the company. So the Trivy was actually like created by the company called Aquasec. So Aquasec is the what is it? We usually call it as Aqua Trivy. So Aqua is the parent company of Trivy. And now we have to understand, and this is the official page of Trivy. This is the official page of Trivy, and I'm going to like introduce like a lot of like points for your implementation or for your setup in your thing. And the expected audience for this particular session, or who will get the most benefit here, means so the DevOps engineers, or the DevSecOps engineers, and also the software developers. So who wants to integrate security in terms of their pipeline, and also the security engineers. So who want to check the vulnerability of vulnerability across their CI/CD pipeline. So these are all, and also you can call them DevOps architects also. So DevOps or DevSecOps architects. So like though, I mean, these people can get the benefit out of this particular training program. And the next thing, yes, so welcome. And I'm just like going with this my introduction. So my name is Santosh, and I'm having around 10 plus years of experience in this DevOps and DevSecOps area. And also I'm having like valid global certifications in terms of DevSecOps, multi-cloud, and also in terms of all the Kubernetes trio. And very soon I'm going to like achieve this I'm going to like achieve this title called Kubestronet. Like many of you might be already aware of this. So I'm going to like achieve this Kubestronet very soon. I mean, maybe within this particular month, this particular program I'm talking about. Because why I'm telling this means this Trivy is actually like related. This Trivy is actually like related uh, with your Kubernetes as well. And also, like if you note, it is actually a part of your CKS exam. So Trivy, you are having the Trivy as a part of your like Kubernetes certified Kubernetes specialist exam as well. So you will be having this particular questions there. Okay, so that is the point I just wanted to like give at this particular moment. So team, I hope like we are all going in the right pace. Could anyone please confirm that over the chat? I guess like we are all going in the right place. Could you please confirm that over the chat? Yes or no? Maybe instead of yes, you can put it as 1 or 0. So 1 means true, 0 means false. So if you give 1, I will just like, okay, if you give 1, then I will consider that as okay. So acknowledgement, like I'm getting from here. Okay, superb team. Okay, these are all the high level inputs. Okay, maybe I will add a reference section here. So where whatever the URLs I'm just like referring, I will be like showcasing. I will be like adding this here. Okay, or at the end, I will just like I will just like copy and paste that in the chat as well. Okay, superb team. So before starting with that, this Trivy is a tool related. This Tree is a tool related with the DevSecOps. Okay, this is actually like related with the DevSecOps. So team, and do you know whether like I mean, do you know the periodic table, by the way? So team, do you know what is meant by this periodic table, by the way? Could anyone please share that? Do you know what is periodic table? If yes, you can put it as 1, or like you can put it as 0. So you are already aware of the periodic table, right? So, but like in our exactly, but in our case, there is one thing called DevSecOps periodic table. Okay, there is a thing called a DevSecOps periodic table. So you can go to this particular site, the Digital AI DevSecOps periodic table. There you are actually having the different set of tools associated with the DevSecOps. So if you see, like, you are having the different set of tools associated with this particular DevSecOps. So this is actually the DevSecOps periodic. Okay, this is actually the DevSecOps periodic table. In addition to that, the different set of tools, you will be able to like explore different set of tools here. So that is what actually like we are having. Okay. Okay, so that is what actually like we are having at this particular stage. Okay, so this is actually called as DevSecOps periodic table. You can actually like refer for your implementation or the different set of like points like if you are having. Okay, so these are all this is the high level input I just wanted to give at this particular moment. Okay, superb team. Let me go into that. So maybe where, I mean, in the current time, where we are using this Trivy. So team, I want to like post a question. Okay, I just want to post a question here. Have you ever trusted a container image? Okay, so I'm just like putting it here. Let us say I'm going for this thing called Docker Hub. So by the way, Docker Hub is the place where you are actually having all the images. So Docker Hub is the place where you are having all the Docker images listed. So team, I'm having a question to everyone here. Maybe let me explore Docker Hub. I'm just like entering into this Docker Hub. So explore now. Like you will be having the list of Docker image. So where it is actually going. Let me like search. Okay, Ubuntu. Yeah, I'm searching for this Ubuntu. Okay. Yeah. So these are all the Ubuntu images like that are available in the Docker Hub. So team, this is one such image we are having. So Ubuntu. Can I download this particular image and use in my production without verifying what are all the things inside this? Can I do that? So the thing is that let me take this particular image, the Ubuntu image, all of a sudden from the internet, and can I use this, or is it possible for me? I mean, it is possible, but is it a wise decision to use this particular Ubuntu image without verifying anything directly in my what is it, directly in my production environment? Can, I mean, is it a good practice? Maybe I will rephrase my question. Yeah. So I'm getting most of the answers as no, and the right answer is no. You should not do that. Even though you are actually having the capability, you should not do that. You should not do that. So you should pull the image. Okay, you should pull the image from the Docker Hub, scan the image, and what is it? If there are any vulnerabilities, fix that particular vulnerabilities. Okay, and then deploy the image. Okay, so these are all the steps we have to do. And out of this, there is one thing. Okay, pull image. If vulnerability, fix the vulnerability, deploy the image. So for scanning the images, you have to use a third-party tool, or yeah, or a open source tool. And this particular tool is actually called as, okay, this particular tool is called, I mean, there are lots of tools available in the market, but in our case, we are actually going to use this Trivy. So from the company called Aqua. So this is the purpose of your Trivy. Okay. Yeah, you can use AWS ECR also, Saurav. But like our case in terms of Trivy, because Trivy is an open source one. So let me close all those things. So team, how I can call a tool as an open source one or not? Could anyone please tell me? Uh, from the starting itself, I'm telling Trivy is an open source tool, Trivy is an open source tool, Trivy is an open source tool. How I can tell that that a specific tool is an open source or not? So team, any questions? Sorry, any answers? MIT license, okay. Any other answers? I think my question is clear to everyone. See, from the starting itself, I'm telling Trivy is an open source tool, Trivy is an open source tool. So how I can confirm that Trivy is an open source? Fantastic. So thank you all. But I will take I will take the uh, I will just like take the answers from Vivek and Tereth and also from Jigar, Kavita and Akiran. Yeah. So yes, you are right. So your source code will be available in the GitHub repository. So if you go to this Aqua Security Trivy, okay, if you see, you are actually having the code associated with this Aqua Trivy. So this is how like you can confirm whether a tool is actually see Apache 2 license. This is also a possible one. But if you are having the source code that in a layman terms, if you see, if you are having the source code available in the GitHub repo. Okay, if you are having the source code available in the GitHub repo, then you can call it as an open source. So here, Trivy is an open source tool. Okay, I'm putting the reference here. First thing, exactly. So like now, like the team Trivy is based out of Golang. Okay, Trivy is based out of Golang. First information, and if you see Trivy is a comprehensive and versatile security scanner. So, which means this Trivy will try to scan for the security issues on the targets where it can find those issues. So, it will be like purely used to scan the security issues. It will be like purely used to scan the security issues that we are actually like dealing with. Okay, so this is the point. This is the point. So this is the point we are actually like having. Okay, so this is the point like we are actually like having this particular point. Okay, so any questions till this particular moment, team, or shall I move to the next one? Superb. Then I'm going with it. Okay. So what Trivy can do? So now like we understood that Trivy is an open source tool, everything like we understood. And this is another official, this is the official documentation side of Trivy. Okay. Okay. So I'm copying here. I'm putting the recommend, I mean the documents here. Okay. So now like okay. So what are all the things that Trivy can do? The Trivy can scan a container image. It can scan the file system. It can scan the Git repository, which is also a remote repository. It can scan your virtual machine images. It can scan your Kubernetes config. So these are all the five targets. These are all the five targets these are all the five targets that your Trivy can scan. Okay, that a Trivy can scan. These are all the 5 targets like we are having. So these 5 targets the Trivy can scan here. Okay, so this is what actually like we are having. Okay, fine. Then what are all the scanners that what Trivy can find there? So inside that, what the Trivy can find? Okay, what are all the things that Trivy can find inside that? So the thing is that like you are actually like having this the OS packages, like it will actually help you to like find the OS packages under the software dependencies, which means SBOM. Then the known vulnerabilities it will help you to take, and also the infrastructure as a code to issues. So please understand, and the infrastructure as a code issues as well. Okay, so infrastructure as a code issues as well. So then like you are having this sensitive information under the secrets. It will help you to like scan your sensitive information. So it will help you to like scan your sensitive information under this particular secrets as well. And then like you are having this software licenses. So you are just like having this software licenses as well in order to like do that. So it will actually help you to like scan your software licenses as well. Okay, so these are all the things that an open source tool will help you to do. Okay, these are all the tools that an open source tool will help you to do. Yeah, so team, is it clear right now? So what are all the things that the Trivy can do? And also, if you see, it supports most of the programming languages, operating systems, and platforms. So this is what like your Trivy will do. Are you clear with this? Mainly, this will be like used in order to scan our container images only. It will help you to scan our container images only. And also, team, I want to like mention another one point here. Trivy is a CNCF incubated project or graduated project. So, do you know what is meant by the CNCF team? Any idea? Do you know what is meant by the CNCF? Okay, so CNCF means cloud native. Okay, or I can just like open the same website itself. So this is what like we are calling it as CNCF. Okay, Cloud Native Computing Foundation. So this is an open source vendor neutral hub for cloud native computing. So like most of the open source projects are coming from CNCF, your Kubernetes, your Prometheus. So these tools are actually like coming from this particular tool. Okay, these things are actually like coming from this. Okay, so these things are actually like coming from this particular place. Okay, the CNCF. Okay, okay, fine. So here now like you have to understand. Okay, team, like whatever the open source tools like you are getting. So please check with this. Okay, so there is a thing called CNCF landscape. Okay, that is a page called CNCF landscape. There you will be having all the tools available here. So let me check for Trivy. Okay, let me check for Trivy here, and you are actually having the tool here. Okay, so Trivy is actually a kind of like your the CNCF project, and it is actually having the details here. Okay, so similarly, you can actually find whatever the tools like you want. Okay, like all these are all the open source tools available, and you can use that in your day-to-day project as well. But like now we are just like using this Trivy here. Okay, fine, superb team. Now like what we are actually going to do, yes, we are actually like going to like start with this, why I need to like scan, because like I call it as why it matters, why I have to like use this. So first point I need to like use here is this, because vulnerabilities exist everywhere. Okay, so vulnerabilities are present. Okay, vulnerabilities are there everywhere. And also like you are building the containers. Okay, you are actually building the containers, but you are having, I mean, the containers are being built with the help, I mean, along with the vulnerabilities as well. And then, like, we have to do this continuous scanning. So in order to like perform this continuous scanning, we are actually like using this. Okay, so these are actually like using this particular one. Okay, so this is what actually we are having. Okay, so team, is it clear? So the in order to scan the vulnerabilities in all the places, we are actually like using this Trivy. Okay, we are actually like using this particular Trivy in our place. So team, any questions here? If you're having any questions, yeah, so please do let me know, or I can just like I can just like go ahead with the next one at this particular moment. We can just like jump into the demo, how we can use this Trivy in our place or in our pipeline. Team, I'm not having any question. I mean, not able to see any comments here. If you want to jump into the demo, so please put the word demo or one. We can just like kickstart the session for the demo. Okay, thank you. Okay, team, superb. So now we have what is the first step I have to do in terms of like in order to like use a tool? What is the first step I have to do, team? Any idea? Exactly. No, I don't need to like do the Docker image and all. The first thing I have to do is that I have to install Trivy. So how I can install Trivy? Either like okay, you can just like install, you can just like do this brew install, or you can just like run it as a Docker image, or you can just like simply download the binary. So you can just like use whatever the things you want. Okay, if you see you are having this I mean binaries for the different machines. And as I'm using Windows, okay, I'm using Windows here and I'm downloading this particular zip file. If you see, I'm just like downloading this zip file here. Okay, so it is the zip file is actually being downloaded. Okay, similarly, you can just like okay, maybe I can just like try whether I can have like different options to do the installation in terms of Windows. Okay, I think for Windows, we are not having any options. But if it is a CentOS or if it is an Ubuntu, you can just like use any one of these particular commands. Okay, so you can just like use this particular commands as well in order to like use this Windows. I mean, for this the different set of one. But in my case, I'm using Windows. So I downloaded that particular Windows thing. So just give me a minute, let me like take that to a different place. Instead of downloads, I will just like take that to a different place. Just a minute, team. I'm sharing the session once again. Yeah. So I downloaded and pasted this, and I just like pasted this in this particular place. So if you just like see, I'm just like extracting here. I'm just like extracting the entire file. If you see a new file, a file called Trivy got like what is the like just got like expanded or just unzipped. So we have to add this particular file. We have to like add this particular file to the to the either we have to like add this particular file to the like to the path, or I can just like okay, I'm just like deleting these two files and the path of this particular file here. So to be so what I'm doing is that I'm just like adding this to the environment file. I'm just like adding this to the environment variables. So under this path, like I have to like edit this, then I'm giving this Trivy. Okay. And also I'm just like editing this under the path variable of the environment. So that, yeah, so it is already like we are having this Trivy, but I'm saving this as Trivy here. Okay. So now if I go and open the command prompt, and if I give Trivy, like it will actually give the output. So this is how you have to install Trivy in your Windows machine. Okay. So team, any questions? I think I'm not able to see the chat. Maybe let me like open the chat. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm not able to like see the latest. Ah. Okay. Yeah. So all good, right? In terms of this setup. Okay. Superb team. Fantastic. All good. Yeah. So then I'm moving to the next one here. Okay. So now I have installed Trivy here. So there are a lot of like commands that you have to like look into that. But I mean, so team, the screen is clear, right? I mean, do you want to like maximize the screen or no? Is it okay? Or I just like maximized a little bit. Okay, team. Superb. Now I'm putting this command called Trivy. And if you see, you are having the options here. It is also giving the respective, it is also like giving the respective commands. Okay, it is also like giving the respective commands as well. Okay, it is also like giving the respective commands as well. Okay, so this is what actually like we are having. Okay, so fine. I'm moving to the next one. Okay, so here I have, okay, the first thing I have to use is that I have to scan an image. Okay, so in order to pull an image, you need Docker. So I'm using this concept called Docker Desktop. So team, I'm using this concept called Docker Desktop, where I'm able to perform lot of things related with Docker. And also, team, I'm suggesting the same thing to you. In your local setup, you can use this thing called Docker Desktop or Minikube or Kind. So these kind of tools you can install in your machine, and you can update or you can perform this, you can just like perform this setup as well. Okay, now my Docker is running. Now I need to take an older image. Let me go to the okay, I'm just like going to the Docker hub. I'm going to the Docker hub here. So team, what is the first task I need to do? I have to scan a Docker image. So you please tell me what image I can just like take. Maybe shall I take any vulnerable image? Yeah, if you see it, they are already having some vulnerable images available. Okay, so let me like pull this image. So scan project vulnerable. Let me pull this particular image and let us say what it is actually like doing. And see, it was actually pushed by last 1 year. Okay, it was actually pushed back by 1 year, 1 year back. So let me pull this image. So Docker pull scan project vulnerable. So it is actually pulling this particular image. Okay, so team, now we pulled the images. We pulled a single image in this particular place. Okay, so we just like pulled the images here. So what we have to do as the next step? So we have to scan. Okay, we just like have to like scan the images. Okay, we just like have to like scan the images from the next thing. Okay, so that is what actually like we have to do as the next step. Like we have to like scan the images here. Okay. Now I'm using this Trivy to scan the images. So the command, I mean, if you're not sure about the command, please open the documentation and pick the commands from there. If you see the examples to scan the images. So Trivy scan, and what is the image we are having? The image is scan project vulnerable. So this is the image. It is actually, it should scan. And if you see, it is downloading the package from the internet and it will scan that particular project for any, I mean, for all the vulnerable things. So let me like, what is the, like, let me like go to this particular, I mean, I will just like minimize the content or the screen so that like you will be able to see that. Okay, superb team. And if you see, if you just like see this particular output, so team, if you see this particular image is having these much of vulnerabilities. If you see how many vulnerabilities it is actually having in a single image. If you download and use this particular image in your production, then what will happen to your application? What will happen to your application team if you just like use this particular image in your setup? What will happen? I hope I'm audible to everyone. Any idea? If I use this image in my production, so what will happen to my application? Does that, I mean, what will happen to my environment? That is the question. Exactly, because you are actually having these much of, okay, you are actually having these much of like vulnerabilities in your machine. Okay, yes, exactly, these much of like vulnerabilities in your machine. To come, I mean, to eradicate these kind of like things. Okay, to eradicate these kind of like things in prior or in before, and that's why we are actually like going for this particular option. We are just like going for this particular option called scan the images priorly. Okay, just like scan your images in prior. So that is why we are actually like having this particular option. Okay, now it is actually coming in the table format. Let me try with some different image. Okay, so let me try with some like latest image here. Let's say Ubuntu. Let's take this particular Ubuntu. So Docker pull Ubuntu or Nginx also, it is fine. So you can just like go with Nginx also. Okay, so let me go with this Nginx stable Perl. If you see, I can just like go with this particular stable Perl tag. uh, I'm just putting the same image. So Docker pull Nginx colon stable Perl. So it will pull the image. Okay. Now I can use this Trivy image Nginx stable Perl. I will just like use the same image. Let's see what is happening. It depends based on your it actually like, it depends based on your internet thing. Hello? No, I'm speaking. Team, what about others? Are you able to like hear me? Hello? Okay, then because I got some like messages like no audio. I'm not sure why. So if you see, even in this latest image, no, so even in this particular latest image, so we are actually like having these much of like vulnerabilities, and also in this particular one, you will be having the level of vulnerabilities. If you see the total, it found 160 okay, sorry, total it found 160 vulnerabilities. Let me copy and paste it in the notepad so that like it will be like easy for your it will be like easy to understand. So under this nginx image you are having total vulnerabilities. Unknown is 1, low is 107, medium or medium vulnerabilities are 30. The only thing like you have to like plan here is this team, high and critical. So you have to like manage or you have to consider this high and critical. So you are having high equal to 18 and critical equal to 4. So now like you have to like you have to filter the vulnerabilities. Yes, it is possible. It is actually like possible. If you want to like go out with this, okay, I want to like use only the or I want to like use only the what is the letter say? Maybe like I will just like put this help command. I want to like use only the severity of certain level. So how I can just like use that? You can actually set that severity something like this. If you see Trivy image severity high and critical. If I type, if I just like use this particular, let us say high, high severity, high and critical. So you will be, you will be like, you will be like able to get only the respective severity. If you see, you are having only the severities related with high and critical. So why I mentioned this high and critical means these are all the problems. These are all the most what is the like the the high vulnerabilities and the critical vulnerabilities. So these are all the things we are actually like having at this particular stage. So team, is it clear at this particular moment? Is it clear at this particular moment to everyone? One or two? Sorry, zero or one? One. What about others team? Okay, fantastic. All good. Superb team. Cool. So now I'm moving to the next one. Okay, so I'm just like going to the next one here in this particular case. How to implement in an automated way. Okay, now like you will be having a question. Santosh, normally what they will do in terms of the real time. So you will be having this particular question, right? In the real time, how what they will do. So in the real time, like you will use Trivy to scan the images. Okay, you will just like use Trivy to scan the images, and after scanning that images, an output file will be generated. Okay, you can create the output format. So how like you can create the output format? I will tell the steps as well. So there will be an option to create the output file. If you see, you can sorry, you can create the output file here in terms of JSON format. If you see, if I just like use this particular one, it will actually create the result in terms of JSON format. Let me take this result.json and like, yeah. So the result.json file will be created, and then this particular file will be uploaded to the this particular file will be uploaded to the centralized centralized vulnerability management tool. So that particular tool may be anything. So one such tool which I am aware of is defect dojo. So this is how the flow will happen. So they will scan the Docker images, and an output file will be generated, and that particular file will be pushed to the centralized vulnerability management tool. So this is how we are using. And now we are having only 7 more minutes. I want to like showcase the easiest option how to integrate this particular Trivy in a CI/CD tool. So that particular one I'm going to like I'm going to like showcase now. Okay. So is it clear, team? Shall I just like go ahead with that? The final demo for the day. Okay, team. Super. So let me go with that. So just a minute. So I'm just like okay, team. Yeah. So I just like took some water in between. So for this, I'm going to use this concept called GitHub Actions. Okay. I'm going to like use this option called GitHub Actions. So how to use the GitHub Actions, how to write a GitHub Actions pipeline using Trivy to scan the images continuously. Okay. So that is what I'm going to do on the high level. I'm not going to like create the end-to-end pipeline, or it is not, I mean, we are having only this limited amount of time. And this is my repository. I'm creating a new repository here. Okay. I'm just like creating a new repository here. So maybe I'm clicking on this new repository, and I'm giving the name as Trivy demo. I'm just like giving the name as Trivy demo, and this is this is a sample repo for Trivy demo. So this is what I'm going to like. Oh, I have created a repository here. So here I have to create a new file, or you can go to the actions. So team, due to the time being, I'm just like quickly wrapping up. Or like if you want to like use this, you can just like simply go by your own as well. So we are already having this Trivy here. I can just like click on this configure. It will just like open the file. Yeah. So if you just like see, it actually like it actually created the file, or I can just like delete that particular file as well, and I can just like use my option as well. Okay. So let me go to this GitHub Actions demo. I can just like get some like simple quick start code here. Maybe I can just like go with this particular code. Okay. So we are not having enough time to discuss about each and every code, but I can just like explain about that. So under the steps, I have to like use this option called Trivy. Okay, I have to like use this option called Trivy to scan the images. So where I can check that means you can check that from the option called marketplace. You can go to the GitHub marketplace or GitHub Actions marketplace. The name is called as GitHub Actions marketplace. Yeah. So here you can just like search for Trivy. Yeah. So Aqua Trivy is there. So open this and you will be having a sample for here. So scan in the CI pipeline. So you will be having a different set of like CI pipeline here. So now I'm going to use this particular run Trivy vulnerability scanner. I'm going to like use only this run vulnerability scanner because I want to scan that image. So could anyone please tell me which image I want to scan? Could anyone please tell me which image I want to scan? You name some image. You name some like image, like the image you want. I will just like use that image. Okay, or I will just like go to I will just like go with Ubuntu then. Okay, so I will just like go with Ubuntu then in this particular place. So that will actually like, help you to like achieve this. Okay, so I will just like go with the Ubuntu. Ah, that is also okay. Vaibhav, thanks for that. I can just like use this Vaibhav image as well. So let me paste the image here. If you see, I use the Trivy action. I gave the image reference as Microsoft Windows LTSC. Then format is stable. Then you are having this exit code equal to 1. Then ignore unfixed equal to 2. Like these details, you can just like read it here. Why these options are why you are why you are having these kind of like options, you can just like check it from the official site. And vulnerability type, only it should be related to OS and the library. Give the severity only to this critical and high. Okay, it will scan this image and it will actually give the results for us. So now I'm committing the changes and let us see what it is actually like doing. On while committing this, your action will be like triggered. If you go to the actions tab, you will be like able to see this and like yeah, it will actually like perform all the scanning options here. So team, with this, I'm stopping this thing. So if you are having any questions, yeah, so please feel free to like post the questions. I'm very happy to like answer those questions. No, see, no such image. MCR, like we are not having that particular image. Let me go with the common image then. There is no such image. I will just like go with the normal image. Leave it. I will just like go with the normal image then. It is not able to find that image. Okay, so docker.io, I will go with nginx, nginx colon latest. Okay, I will just like go with this image. Let's see whether it is able to find this image. Okay, no such image. Why? It is there. Image is already available, but I'm not sure why it is actually giving this particular thing. So it is not able to like scan the images. It is not able to like find the images clearly. Okay, Tim, no, not an issue. But like the thing is that this is the syntax. Like you have to give the right image tag here, right image reference here, so that like it will be like able to so that like it will be able to scan that particular image. So team, with this, I'm just like stopping the session. So with this, I'm just like stopping the session. If you are having any questions, yeah, so please feel free to post that. So team, any questions, please, if you are having, or I will just like close the screen sharing in the meanwhile. Yeah. So if you are having any questions, yeah, so please do let me know. I'm very happy to like answer those questions. This is how you have to use Trivy in the command line, and also like you have to like use the Trivy in the CI/CD pipeline. Team, if you all are good, if you are not having any questions or queries, so please put it as 1. This is open source. If any open source is not allowed in any one of the projects, allow that actually depends on your organization. Okay. But like as it is a public forum, that in this particular place, I can speak only about the open source tool, not the what is the proprietary one. So if you are able to like buy the license for that, yeah, then you can just like go ahead with that. Yeah, is it clear, team, to everyone? Any other open source components for Trivy? Competitors, Defect Dojo, what it does do, just display it. Defect Dojo is actually a kind of your, what I would say, the centralized vulnerability management tool. It is not the competitor for Trivy. Like you are having Sneak, but that is not an open source. Sneak, like you are having, Anchor you are having. So these are all the competitors for Trivy. Defect Dojo, yes, it is a centralized vulnerability management tool, and it will actually like showcase the vulnerabilities in the GUI format to everyone. And also you can connect that particular tool with other tools as well. Is it clear, team, to everyone? Team, are you able to hear me? Okay, superb. Okay, superb, team. Then I don't have like any points like to be shared beyond this. If you are not having like any questions, yeah, then we are good to close for the day. Okay, team. Thank you, and yeah, bye bye.